Hi everyone, I'm Shengxue Jiang. So today my presentation will focus on the concept of transnational imagination and explore how Hong Kong gangster films are reimaged in global circulation. And I will take Infernal Affairs and The Departed as my case study. So, since its earliest days, Hong Kong cinema has shaped the world's view of East Asian culture with its lasting impact and a unique style. They are rich in genre, and the gangster films are especially iconic. They deal with loyalty, identity, and moral ambiguity. Infernal Affairs is a great example. This film has been remade by many countries, and the Hollywood version, Departed, is the most famous. But during the adaptation, the original culture core and background have been reinterpreted to meet the Western market. So the process of repackaging is the mechanism of transnational imagination. So transnational imagination is a concept used to describe how culture works are changed and retold across the different cultures. And this is also my theoretical framework. And Morris argues that Hong Kong films actively shape global popular culture, and this process is transnational circulation. It's a complex exchange involving the reworking of narrative, style, and industry. And she also described the relationship between Hong Kong cinema and Hollywood as a hybrid culture, but this process is often unequal. I will explain further through the case study. So let's compare the difference between the two movies. So the video shows the scene where the two main characters witness the death of police officer. In Infernal Affairs, there's no dialogue. The music and slow-paced editing enhance the emotional atmosphere. And this is a classic Eastern emotional expression. In The Departed, there is a dramatic action, crude language, and a fast-paced editing. This is driven by American values of individualism. And this shift reflects the contrasting cultural value between the East and the West. And also in ideology, Infernal Affairs focus on post-colonial identity and fate, highlighting values like collectivism, social harmony, and self-restraint. It also reflects a belief in destiny and a cause-effect circle. In contrast, The Departed focuses on classic American values like individual heroism, free will, such as the opening monologue, with its strong emphasis on personal freedom. And we can also see the content and the character development have shifted from gang wars to racial conflicts. This is caused by different social texture. So, Infernal Affairs shows Hong Kong's local gangster culture, and The Departed use Irish American gangs and focus on racism and immigrant identity to connect better with American audience. So the remake mixes a Hong Kong story with American values to make it feel local and familiar, showing how localization and cultural hybridity work. So when films are remade across the culture, they help spread the story globally, but can also lose cultural depths along the way. I believe the adaptation of Infernal Affairs is a typical example of cultural hybridization. In film, this means taking parts of another culture, changing them, and making them fit a new local context. And just as we mentioned before, the departure keeps the original story structure, but changes the social and cultural background, ideology, and beliefs. I would say it can contribute to global spread and cultural influence of Hong Kong cinema, showcase cultural diversity. But because of American values and market logic, the adaptation simplifies the original's confusion ideas, identity struggles, and emotional depths. And as a result, the original's cultural richness is lost. And another limitation is cultural hegemony in transnational imagination. It's a reflection of cultural imperialism. Hollywood's localization of Hong Kong films is not about helping people understand Hong Kong, but about changing the story to fit American ideas and re-exported it. So in the end, the US version becomes more popular, and it gave both culture and commercial control. Another aspect is unequal exchange between original creators and the remakers. When Hollywood remake East Asian films, the original creators are often forgotten. So this shows Hollywood's culture and the economic dominance. So, in conclusion, I believe that Hollywood remakes have helped Hong Kong films reach a bigger audience, but sometimes the original culture also gets changed, simplified, or even lost. So, when we watch these remakes, we should see both the creative value and the risk of losing, losing culture diversity. I think Hong Kong cinema should keep telling its own stories and have its own voice in global culture.